I'll say regarding perhaps a little while now prior. Ice Cube, he emerged and discussed how NBA and different organizations were attempting to undermine the large three, dismiss supports from them. Right. What's your considerations on what he said? He went on a media visit too to sort of talk about it. I couldn't say whether you've seen any of those meetings. What is your opinion about that? I did 2 or 3 posts about that, and I concur with that part. In any case, it was one more part in that Tucker Carlson interview that he did where he was discussing the poke, how he didn't take the hit, whatnot. What's more, I definitely disliked that, since you're saying this extreme dissident position stuff sometime later, after you let 100 million of your own kin take it, similar to, for what reason wouldn't you simply vocal ahead of time and capitalize on your leverage to say, I'm not taking that poo, similar crap you're saying to Tucker Carlson, you ought to have said before when you realized you won't take it and you realized you told your kids not to take it, why not have the option to utilize your foundation and your impact to impact us, to not take it since we believe we trust your judgment. We feel that you are a cool fellow and you understand what I'm talking about. So assuming you're going to tell yourself and your own kids that, is there any good reason why you wouldn't let us know that? Also, we the ones that ensured that you and your kids is carrying on with the way of life that you're ready to live, do you not love us enough? You frightened that they will freeze your cash up or, so I definitely disapproved of that since any of us that truly love our kin, I'm not saying he don't, however that adoration our kin on the most elevated level. Before long as before they even carried it out. This was July 4th, I think 2020. Sir Farrakhan did the rule and he told us all, similar to he generally do, in light of the fact that he's the vanguard when they emerge with this such and such, this Fauci juice or whatever, don't take it. Try not to take it. When he said that we all that is truly with him back in 2020, mid-2020, we said we utilized our foundation. Try not to take it early on before they even emerged with it. And afterward once Biden got in office, initial 100 days or 100 million, we going to ensure individuals of color get it first. This multitude of intense-ass performers and criminals and all that was peaceful as Chapel Mouse didn't have anything to say. So remain that peaceful. Try not to get to talking like attempting to get the credit of being a progressive after you didn't not express anything in time. After the last possible second. No, we don't mean you can't represent them. Also, this is just your viewpoint. However, for what reason do you figure he didn't? I think dread very much like why every other person didn't. Apprehension about anxiety toward being mistreated, anxiety toward being authorized and starved out. Apprehension about someone could have a me as well, an old tape or old female that is saying that he did this to me or whatever, that is their specialty. Right. That will end up happening to Martin Luther Lord. It happened to Malcolm X. On the off chance that you're a genuine progressive and you truly impacting individuals of color in a positive manner, you will get gone after. On the off chance that you're terrified of getting gone after, avoid it altogether. Simply stay on the sideline, since any among us truly do one or the other been doing this that clearly we followed through on the cost and we ready to address the cost. Yet, you need to assume the praise for being what we are. Good. Better believe it. I need to talk, genuine fast and we most certainly value your discussion. West Coast came on the hip bounce and censored webcast. Ensure you hit that like button. Share the video. Kindly follow West Coast Cam on all virtual entertainment stages. We'll get them handles when we close the meeting. However, I need to discuss Doja Feline genuine fast. She got the main collection, #1 tune in the nation at the present time. #1, Randy B and Hip Jump tune. The first this year hasn't been numerous hip jump with regards to announcement, that's what things like. It's taken a tad of a hit. We ain't had many hits, however at that point we see Doja Feline emerge, an inconceivable craftsman, exceptionally skilled. In any case, when she draws out the sinister stuff, when she spruces up in fiend-bound attire and starts truly sort of contradicting some common norms of what she initially did, presently she's getting a ton of credit and a ton of honors. Do the two associate as you would see it? Or I mean, what's your considerations on Doja Feline? I would rather not beat up the young woman since I believe she's extremely gifted. And yet additionally I for one feel like there's some plan connected to that too, correct? I have hardly any familiarity with her other than pictures that I've seen of her seeming to be an evil spirit or a fiend or something to that effect. Be that as it may, what they all share, practically speaking, is that they are the instruments of the very Satan that possesses cash and controls media, claims and controls cash and media, and they are savvy to the point of knowing the colorism, Willie Lynch colorism, that they put in our mind how they harmed us. To think fair looking was better and hotter and darker looking is whatever. Not actually. So it's not simply Doja Feline, it's Beyoncé. It's, as you know, Cardi B is the rundown of the way that they impact our sisters in light of the fact that the objective is our sisters chiefly 75%. Furthermore, the way that they toxic substance or assault them on one hand is with darker looking sisters, to giving them political and corporate power. And afterward on the opposite side, on the diversion side, they need to be attractive. Ladies normally need to be hot and appealing and they love the fair complexion, provocative yellow cow or the brilliant calf. The Holy Book and the Quran. Quran calls a yellow cow. The Holy Book calls a brilliant calf. Those are images. One of the implications of that is the fair complexion person of color of the relatives of slaves. They transform them into divine beings and love them as symbols. So that is what, the faux nose has the best effect on the populace. Each lady needs to be provocative and everyone needs to be the most wanted. Furthermore, through the slave Willie Lynch colorism, made us think individuals of color that on the off chance that we can't have a white lady, the following best thing is a fair-looking lady, a fair-looking person of color. So we will give the entirety of the power and impact, clinched or anything that to her and put them frightful verses and them debasing verses or the chief. I'm a chief. Be free, makes no difference either way. I needn't bother with a man versus, and they in their mind and hit them with that on diversion. However, at that point on the business side we going to hit them with the brown complexion political power ladies saying exactly the same thing, while perhaps not more terrible, with the people of color matter or the we disposed of Trump or we're this and we're engaged. So that is the manner by which Satan utilizes our ladies. Cool. Definitely, that is profound. Most certainly beautiful, profound. We certainly, appreciate you, however, man. To add to the stage, today, the floor's yours or, give. Give your web-based entertainment handles too. No doubt, virtual entertainment is West Coast Cam at everything on Friendly. I'm shadow banned and edited on everything and my site. West Coast Cam. Com. You can get this relationship book called Battle in Your Paradise, the person of color's relationship issues with his person of color and the dreaded arrangements. So it's a little book, however it's an extremely powerful read and get that on West Coast Cam. I'm actually having this accessible since they're attempting to carry out